Hey guys, I thought I'd make a video. I just replaced the top on my 95 Z28 Camaro. The rear window was falling out, as you can see in this photo here. It had separated from the glass section from the stay fast material, and it was leaking water profusely into the trunk. I got the top off of eBay, Easy on Tops. I was hesitant to buy it at first. I wasn't sure the material was going to be what I thought it would be, or the quality. But I'll tell you, it was spot on to the original. Um, the size, it fit pretty well. It just took a lot of finessing and a lot of stapling. You have to separate the back section from the trunk. As you can see in this photo, I've already separated the rear bow from the body, from the rain channel, and it's that you gotta just start removing all the staples at that point. So if you have a rear window and you think that you're just going to replace the rear window, I would suggest just replacing the whole top, because I thought about just replacing the rear window section, but for the price of the whole top and window section, it's not worth it, and it would be two different aged materials, and it probably wouldn't look all that great, considering the top on my car is probably going on about 18 years. So I decided to just change the whole thing, and I'm glad I did. In this shot, I'm preparing the body from getting scratched. I'm putting blankets and towels along the outer edge where the top fastens into the body. It definitely helped out a lot, because you're going to be pulling out staples and putting tools and razor knives and all sorts of things on the trunk lid. So it's a good idea to cover all the area with either, I don't know, masking tape and newspapers, or moving blankets, whatever you have. In this picture here, you see me starting to peel back the top from the front bow section, where it fastens to the latch. You want to tear that off and pull it back off. And it's not that bad. It's just getting the adhesive to break away. But this top is two sections. It's a window section and a top section. And if you're going to do this job, plan on spending a good day or a weekend to do this. I did it in about 10 hours. I thought I could do it in about 5, but I was wrong. It's a lot of tedious stuff. Little screws, cables, adjustments, taking things apart, putting them back together to see how they fit. Things like that. Here's another shot of the top section being peeled away. As you can tell, the headliner has been dropped off the first two bows to get access to. You're going to peel these little strips of cloth off the bows from the top. As you can probably see in the very center of the picture, you can see the cloth strip. It's just glued on, so you just have to peel that back. And as you can tell, the top definitely was due for a replacement. The edges where the cables ran down, it separated from the top, and it had some holes in it and mildew, and God knows what else growing on it. For 18 years old, I think it served its purpose. Alright, so here is a shot of all the towels and blankets wrapped around the back end of the vehicle, because when you pull that rear bow out, it's full of staples and sharp staples, and you're going to be pulling them out. And as you can see, I have my little magnetic tray there holding all my staples in it. There's probably going to be over 300 staples you're going to have to pull out. It's tedious, and if it's in the sun like I was doing, it takes a lot out of you. I drank probably about 6 bottles of water in the time that I did this. Here's the same shot, but from the back, getting ready to pull the rear window out, And in the center there's a rivet. You have to drill it out. I think it's a 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch rivet, 1/8 inch rivet. Drill it out, and you slide the window out after you've removed it from the bow on the bottom. It's a little tight, but sometimes you know, you just yank on it, it'll come out. And my rear window was so bad it started falling apart pretty good when I started yanking at this point. Point of no return. Alright, in this shot I actually have the new window in place. I've slid it into the rear bow and re-riveted it, drilled and riveted it back into the rear bow. And the whole window slides in a channel. You have to pull it out from either the left or right side. It doesn't really matter. But you want to center it on that bow, make sure it's in the center, and you know, drill and rivet into it. It's not bad. It's getting the adjustment of this rear window is the crucial part. You have to put bolt the bow back into the rear deck 2 or 3 times to get the right tension of the rear window. You don't want it to sag, and you don't want it too tight. I actually got real lucky and only had to fiddle with it a couple times. Here I am putting the main top over the rear window and fastening it, test fitting it to the rear bow. This is where you're going to end up stapling the top section to the rear bow. You're going to want to make sure it's even on both sides and tight all the way around. And this is probably the hardest part of the whole part of it, really, is trying to get these 2 rear sides to the left and right of the window correctly spaced from each other and all the way around the remaining bow section. Here's a shot of me removing the rear bow again for the test fit of the window. We're kind of going back a shot or 2 here, but I thought I'd throw this in there about adjusting the rear window. You're gonna want to make sure that like I said, it's in there good. It's tight, and you want to fasten it all the bolts back in before you make a final decision on the tension of the rear window. Unfortunately, I didn't get too many shots of fastening the top section to the front part where it latches, but you pretty much just have to pull it a little taut and roll it over and spray adhesive it to the front section. Overall, like I said, it's about a 10-hour job. I've never done it before, so it took me 10 hours, and I am kind of a handy person, so to someone that's handy will probably do this in, you know, anywhere between 8 and 12 hours, I would guess. So, like I said, it's not 100% perfect, but it's definitely better than what was there. There's a few wrinkles that I'm assuming that will be ironed out as soon as it rains and the sun hits it, stuff like that, but I think it came out pretty well for my first time ever attempting a convertible top. Here's another picture of the side. We can see where the rear window, the section between the rear window and the driver's window is. You can see the rear bow going over the back and down the side. For some reason, the material tend to conform to that bow all the way around to the side, and it kind of formed that line down the corner. I'm assuming after a couple of weeks of the top stretching on the car, I'm sure that side may iron out. At least I'm hoping that. But if not, I'm still not too overly depressed about it, because it still looks fantastic. So here is a picture of the Camaro, all polished, waxed, new top, and it was a fun job. Tedious, but fun. My arms are beet red from the sunburn I got from being out in the sun for 10 hours. Like I said, if you have a garage, it may be a lot easier for you. All your tools will be right there for you. I found myself having to look for tools that I didn't think I would need, like Torx, Allen wrenches, deep socket, 10mm deep socket, spray adhesives, paint, because I had to paint the rear triangles on the back because the original paint had peeled off, and I didn't want to put the aluminum looking peeled paint back on. So overall, it was a fun project, and I'm glad I did it. And the car looks like brand new again. I hope you enjoyed it.